Hey everyone, Travis Hightower, your Denver real estate agent. This week I want to share what the winning combo looks like when I work with a referral. And last week I talked about how referrals are the lifeblood of my business. And over the last couple of years I've only worked with one outside client because most people refer me business and I take care of them, right? And today I want to share what that looks like. I want to share the winning combo when someone refers me, someone they trust, and I take care of them. And I really want to talk about a specific client. I'm not going to mention any names, but this specific client went from renter to buyer, and they literally rented for a year just to get comfortable with Colorado and make sure they were aware of where they wanted to live. And when I met with them, we talked about two possibilities. And the first one was a house in the suburbs where they were currently living. And the second possibility was a horse property. And when I left that conversation, there's a lot of talk around being, house in the burbs would be the process, horse property would kind of be the dream. And when I left that conversation, I just really felt like the client, her heart was in having a horse property. It really meant a lot to her to have and own something like that. And so I actually remember writing her a thank you card for taking the time to meet with me. And I literally put a stamp on that card with horses on there because I just really felt that's what she truly wanted. And I felt like that's what she would truly connect to. And when we started the process, she had mentioned something around doing doctor financing or wondering what kind of doctor programs were out there. When we first did our consultation, buyer consult, talking about what perfect house would work for her, we talked about doctor financing. And through a series of calls, literally I called all the lenders in my referral network and just went down the list trying to figure out who has a program like this. And I ran into one at Compass Bank where if you're a medical doctor, a physician, you can do zero down with no MI up to $650,000. And this was like an amazing find because it allowed them to be able to not make the house in the burbs be the step. We could actually affirm that looking for a horse property was a possibility because the program fit what one of the borrowers was. And so this journey started in May, where we actually started off really great, where we found a property that was a great fit. After the clients had checked out some open houses and things of that sort, we found one that was a great fit, but we got priced out with multiple offers. So we started on a high and just kind of kept exploring to see what possibilities were out there and seeing what possibilities could fulfill this horse property dream. We even got bid out on another property in Sedalia, and we even went through some forced outcomes where the buyers were really starting to feel like, oh man, I'm tired of renting, we just need to find something. I remember standing outside of a house in Parker off of Hess Road, and it fit everything that they wanted. It had land perfect in all ways, but it was right on Hess Road, and you could literally hear the cars whizzing by. And we just talked about how we didn't need to force it. I remember giving both of the clients a hug and just saying, this will work out if we stay committed to what it is that you want. And we even, through this process, considered doing like plan A, going back to the house in the burbs. And so it was really powerful to just share that moment with them where we weren't forcing that outcome and really getting clear on what the vision was when we started. And not within probably 2 weeks, the one showed up in Sedalia. And it was pretty magical because we had that moment here in, I want to say like July, August timeline, like early August. And then this property literally popped up. And if you remember last year, the market really started off really hot in the beginning of the selling season, ran hard in May and June, and it started to kind of soften up towards the end of the summer. And when that happened, it just created a great opportunity because a house that was previously under contract could come back on. And this was the one because when we walked into it, it had the horse property with acreage. I remember walking the lot line with her with all the scrub oak and rolling hills. It was just a really cool property that fit the vision that she was looking for. And when we left that property, literally she couldn't stop thinking about it. The buyer couldn't stop thinking about how awesome this was and how it fit everything that they were looking for. And when we ended up making an offer on it, it was listed for $675. We actually offered $650 and we won the deal because that house had been previously under contract. The sellers were just ready to move on. And it just worked out so perfectly because it fit within the program. It fit within the original budget that we set in the beginning of the process. but most importantly, it fit this vision that really was a dream in the beginning, and we're able to make that a reality. And I share this because this is a winning combo of where a referral, someone that showed up for me from another agent in another state, they referred me this client. I got to keep in touch with them for a year, more or less, and then they became a buyer after that, and then we created this experience together. And that's the power of this, having a triangle of trust, creating a winning combo where everyone's committed, right? Like, I'm committed to this client because I want them to find the perfect house. I want them to realize their dream if it's possible. And it's perfect for the person that referred me, in this instance, another agent, because they got to celebrate in this experience as well. And so I share this because this is why I do it, right? This means the most to me, to be able to deliver that perfect house to a client. And so I'm gonna wrap up the conversation with that today and just leave that for you to think about. And then next week, I'm gonna share my referral sources, the people that you can come to me for, who I'm gonna refer out. So have an amazing day. Travis Hightower signing off. Until next time, bye-bye.